we got some Jordan 1s to look at. The Air Jordan 1 Retro. Now this is the collaboration with Off-White. This is the Chicago colorway. Before we get into the review, do me a favor. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. If you do dig the content, also hit that share button. These videos that we do on this channel are strictly for review purposes. So if you do happen to have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to drop those down below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the review. So this sneaker does come in this all brown cardboard box here. Now it is an inverted Nike box. On the box sleeve, you do have the Jumpman text here, glossed out with the quotations. If you do a 360 around the box, nothing too much going on, just more of that. Well, you do have some Off-White branding there in black. The bottom portion of the box doesn't really have too much going on. It is all cardboard, but you do have some black copyright information here, and you do have this black tag here with the white, copyright information and branding there for Nike. For those that do care about that, there you go. Now the box label on the sneaker does read the 10 Air Jordan 1. The colorway says white, black, and then varsity red. Now when you do open the box, and it is a swing box lid situation, now up underneath it is all black here, and you do have the gold Jordan Jumpman logo there smack dead in the middle. Now when you do open the box, you are met with this black, white, and kind of like a seafoam green. It's just like, some Off-White and Nike branding here. And then you are met with the actual sneaker itself. But the sneaker did come double wrapped, and there is like, some white tissue paper in here as well. But this is a classic, heavily sought after sneaker. One of my favorite Off-White collaborations with the Nike brand. Simple, subtle design. It's just like, a few things that they did a little bit different as far as like, crafting it, as far as like, an Air Jordan 1 go. Like there are some things that put you in mind of like any other Air Jordan 1, but they just kind of just deconstructed this sneaker. It's a lot going on, but this is one of those ones that you definitely, if you haven't had a chance to get this one in the collection, like, man, you missing out. And this sneaker did release alongside. They did actually have like a blue pair as well too. But yeah, man, not gonna take too long on this one. Let's jump right into it. The Air Jordan 1 the Retro collaboration with Off-White. And again, this is the Air Jordan 1 Chicago colorway. So we're going to take a look at the right sneaker like we always do. Now for first observation, the sneaker does look like what you would expect from any other Air Jordan 1. It is in that Chicago color blocking, so pretty much like where you see the hits of red is standard on the original Air Jordan 1 Chicago. First and foremost, let's take a look at the Nike swoosh. You do have this cut out black leather here. You do have some blue stitching here going towards the front, and the back going towards the back. You do have that orange tab, and we have seen that on other collaborations that Off-White has done with Nike. Smack dead in the middle, you do have the hit of white. Now this isn't leather. This is like, a ballistics mesh material here. And then you do have the hit of this tan kind of suede material here going towards the back. They do have some black stitching here. Other than that, you do have the hit of red leather going throughout the panels. Black stitching is consistent throughout the entire sneaker. You do have more of this kind of black kind of foam material going towards the back. It is like, heavily padded going towards the back. And you do have the black Jordan Wings logo here, and of course it is like, detached from the sneaker itself. More red leather and black stitching along the panels. You do have like, this red tab of leather here going toward the front toe box area of the sneaker. The sock liner of the sneaker itself is like, of this exposed foam material. The outsole of the sneaker, so it is kind of like in that Off-White kind of sail color going towards the back. You do have that hit of the air going towards the back in quotations there in black. And then of course you can see some of that Chicago red coming up from up underneath. And if you look closely, one more thing I did wanted to highlight around like this leather here, you do kind of have like some perforation here. It doesn't puncture through the leather. It's just like, these black kind of like, press-ons, if you will. Up under the tab here on this side, you do have the hit of the 85 there and the quotations, and of course you can see the Wings logo branding showing up from up top there. And that's pretty much it for the lateral side of the sneaker. Going towards the front toe box area of the sneaker. Now the toe box area, it is composed of like, you know, this ballistics nylon mesh material here. You do have some perforation here, and that is standard with most Air Jordan 1s. Typically the toe box of the Jordan 1 is like, you know, leather. It's not gonna make or break it, but just understand that this will, this center toe cap here, it will kind of yellow and age over time. They did give us this red mudguard situation here. So the red dot leather here for the mudguard, and you do have some black stitching surrounding the cutout here. And there is more black stitching going throughout the sneaker, so it is consistent, it does flow. Sneaker itself, it didn't come pre-laced. They did give us these flat black laces here, but I did swap it out for the review. I just wanted to do something a little bit different because they did give us a few lace options, and I'll go through, you know, that later on. But I did go ahead and lace the sneaker up with these neon orange laces here. On the laces itself, you will see close toward the lace tips, they did give us the, you know, white shoelaces text there, and that shoelaces text is on each of the lacing options. So again, I went with the neon orange on this side here. The tongue of the sneaker, it is a little bit different than what you would expect from most Air Jordan 1s. Now it is composed of this white nylon mesh material. It is all white. Going towards the top, you do have this horizontal stitching of the red there, and then they did give us this Nike Air tag here over on the side. The Nike Air tag is white, and they did give us the red text, red stitching there. The tongue of the sneaker, it is exposed. Like, you know, an exposed foam situation, but over time, like, that will yellow along with, like, you know, the other hits on the sneaker as well. That is pretty much it for the front. The inside of the sneaker is all black, but if you do look at the insole, and I'm not gonna pull it out, the insole is all white. Now going toward the front toe portion, it is like, you know, it does have like, you know, these ridges that kind of like go along the groove of your foot. But if you look closely, you do have the black off-white brand, and of course, like, it does have the 10 text there, and that's pretty much it for the inside. Going towards the medial side of the sneaker, first thing you'll see is, like, you know, it does have that off-white stamp there with the, you know, Air Jordan and Beaverton, Oregon text there. And of course it has, like, you know, the year 1985 there. And then you do have more leather going throughout this side with the red here going toward the front toe box area. Of course, you will see more of that, you know, padded foam material here in black over on this side as well. You do have that hit of red for the heel on this side as well. And then of course you can see your off-white sail outsole there, and of course you do have the hit of the Chicago red showing up at the bottom on this side. And that's pretty much it for the medial side of the sneaker. Going towards the rear, so they did switch things up a little bit different. Typically you'll have like a tab here on the back matching like the leather here on the panel, but they did have like this red leather panel here and dyed in red, but they did give us this white tab here of leather, and it does have some black stitching going horizontally. And of course you will see more of that red, and then of course you do have the outsole there showing up from the back as well. Up top you will see more of that padded foam. Now the bottom portion of the sneaker, switching gears, the bottom portion of the Air Jordan 1 is like standard, just like any other Air Jordan 1 bottom. Going towards the top, you do have the circular traction pods here. Going toward the middle, you do have that Nike text there, and it is all red, but again, this is like the standard, just like any other Air Jordan 1, nothing different on this one. Pretty solid sneaker. The right sneaker, pretty much everything is the same on this one. I chose to go with the neon green laces on this one. Now you do have this tag here that does say, like, you know, made in China, and then you do have this red zip tie, and again, this is standard with most Nike collaborations with Off-White. So you do have your zip tie here, and it does have like the Off-White care of Nike 2017, and then it does have zip tie in the quotations, and it is red. So again, they did give us a few lace options. Now, the standard default laces were the black. Now the black laces, they do have the shoelaces text there in white. These neon green laces, it does have the shoelaces text in black. The orange ones have the shoelaces text in white. And then they did give you these white laces here with the shoelaces text in black. So you do have a few options, and to be honest, like I feel like you can't go wrong with either or. And that's pretty much it. If I were to rate this sneaker, man, this is actually, to be honest with you guys, this is actually one of my favorite sneakers of all time. So to be biased, I'm actually give this one a 10 out of 10. I love the Air Jordan 1. I do love the deconstruction of it. And then, like, you know, I love the fact that Off-White chose to, you know, swap out some of the materials and kind of deconstruct the sneaker to kind of give it like a different look, man. So like, yeah, man, 10 out of 10 on this one. As far as comfort and sizing, the sneaker does fit just like any other Air Jordan 1. To me, that is true to size. So I would not recommend going up or down a half size on this one. Just stick to what you know. And that's pretty much it on this one. But I definitely want to take the time to shout out to the vendor who actually get the, you know, this sneaker to review on the channel for you guys. But I can be reached on all social media platforms. I can be reached on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, even here on YouTube. Everything is at the King of Soul. But before we go, I'm gonna hit you guys with a 360 and a B-roll like I always do. But there you go. Air Jordan 1 the Retro High OG, and again, this is the Off-White collaboration, and this is the Chicago colorway. So there's the front of the sneaker, lateral side of the right, lateral side of the left. There's your bottom. There's your medial side. And then there's your rear. But again, I thank you guys for taking the time to tune in like always. But until next time, see you.